Morning. Okay, so what's going on at the moment is the reminder is that if we only ever operate in the same way, then it's like, and this goes for us individually or as a whole, if we only ever operate in the same way, then there is bound to be fears involved. Because just say you're in the center of your own sphere or circle, however you want to see it, or if we're all in the center of the whole sphere. If we got any problems or issues or whatnot, and they are repeating, then we are the ones not pushing the boundaries of the same, which is ego. Because when you think about it, you don't have to think too hard. When you feel into it, I see us like in an egg or like an elastic circle, and we can like run towards the edges and push, or we can all move towards the edges and expand it. But you know, if we don't stand by some kind of change and get through, like if we need some kind of change, we could expand all together like this at the edge of it and like fill this circle. But if some change needs to be made, and say only one person is doing it, so they push towards the edge, but then they get flung back into the center. So it takes more than one person, which is I'm getting to the point of how we look at life. So if we are having any issues in our own breaking out of anything, and how do we see the signs? We only see the signs through our emotional or mental body, or it can show in the physical if we haven't been able to see them in the emotional and mental body. We can then get something go on in our body, and if we truly correlated it energetically, we could see the signs that, oh, you know, I was thinking this, thinking that, but I need to do it. And that will help me physically, because physical is like the densest layer to us. Then it's the emotions and the mental body connected to more. And well, it's all connected to more. We can feel it all the way down from spirit, because it's all our spiritual body connected to spirit and everyone else's spiritual embodiment. So you can feel it on all these layers. But then the breaking the barrier of the ego, right, is a dimensional thing, because it opens you up to acting differently. And then you could say acting from what? Well, what actually gave us the ego and the spiritual body in the first place? And that is what we call love. It's the power of being helped by the invisible realm that because we can't see it, we can't explain it, like in everyday terms, we don't do that yet. But the fact is, we each know at some time, and regular times, that we are helped by more than what we see. We are helped by more than the people in our environments, people we work with, people we see on our streets. But what joins us, or what makes us the same, is we're all spiritual embodiment. We are all love. We are all connected to this invisible source, and it travels through us. And why it scares us so much is because we can love someone we don't even know. We can smile and raise someone's vibration when they're having a hard time. So it's all love. So that's what actually scares us the most as well, is that when we do love like this, it's going to bring down the ego. This is what makes change. Crossing boundaries, borders, divisions, is because we see, and we're meant to as soul tribe as well, which means we weren't born into the same human family as such. We're meant to see across these divisions. Because if we stayed in the bars of ego, we wouldn't smile at anyone else. We'll go, oh no, they look different to me. Or, I mean, it still goes on. You can see it. And this is the breakdown and the rise of our awareness. You know, you can... Someone might be having a bad day, so you don't smile or greet each other that morning. But, you know, the next morning and the next morning and the next morning, or whenever you cross each other's paths again on a walk, generally people can drop their ego, like their who they are, to approach the unknown, to look someone else in the eye that they don't know as such. And that is crossing a divide. And what it says as you walk by each other is, we don't have to approve of each other. But love just bound us in that moment, you know, didn't bind you, but energetically it bound love in the field. It sent off the feeling of, it instigated, and then the movement of it in the field is of a lighter, quicker healing use. Whereas if you are giving off, say, hardly any of that, then it's a lower, and things kind of just stay the same, and life can become mundane, and you'll more look towards the ground or look towards the physical and wonder why there isn't change. You see that slowed down of vibration, that not embodying look up. And that's why it's a good saying, anything relating to, you know, lift your chin to the sky, or lift your chin up, or keep your spirits up, anything along these lines, because it's so true in the invisible realm of us. It shows on the outside too. So these are our only signs to show us through the emotional and mental body, or if something has affected the emotional and mental body in these lower states, it will affect the physical form in some way. It will be saying to you. So instead of reinforcing the same energy or the same even beliefs and expectations, it's actually in us where we have to realize that we're going to have to change what we see. So change environments and go and learn more for yourself, or change how we see it. And that's a very powerful thing to do if you're some of the best teachers I have come across, which are higher collective of spirit, but also on earth as well. So we'll teach that Abraham Hicks I'm thinking of, but like other channelers of higher collectives, so spirit form teachers, connect with us on earth and teach great things that have great truth, that say if you can love where you're at, no matter how it looks, if you can find love in you, then you're mastering it. Because with love, nothing ever stays the same. With love, everything raises in vibration. So that's why when people, when you say lift your chin to the sky, or some other really good comments I've come across over my time, where people have observed I might have been having a down day or something, or feeling a certain way, and said, things will get better, lift your chin up, or I can't remember them right now because it's been a while since I've heard it, but they do make you think, yeah, things will get better. So love gets you out of the ruts. So if things don't seem the way you want it, then remembering back to a time where you did feel an internal light of love, right? And then let that instigate other recent memories, and then you're off and running. Like, as in, if you are looking to embody more love, right, because that changes everything, then you can remember something like I did. I remembered my optimism light, as a youthful teenager. If I noticed if my friends were having a hard time or whatever, I had in me, I was able to use a quality they appreciated that helped them see a different way. So my optimism helped them see that, just like others have done for me. I helped them see that, things don't have to stay the same. There's more than one way of looking at it, or, things will get better, and etc., etc. However, in the moment, whatever flows, and we all do that for each other. Well, that's love, and that gives you a good feeling when you've helped a friend, and, and so you can remember these feelings, you feel it, but then you've also got to look at your life now, and how am I using this form of myself? How do I give love? How do people offer it? And then you've got to, you don't have to, you would emphasize more love in your life. So from your feelings. So if you notice you walk into your workplace and, you know, it's a certain lull or a certain tone, then you got to be yourself. And you got to start to give your love. And truly stand with 2 feet in that space that we all need to be doing that. And we're not. We just sort of go into different environments and we become the environment. So yeah, becoming the environment is not what we want to do, because that's where systems stay the same. That's where no one pushes boundaries. And if one person on that outer edge of the circle wants change and no one is sort of moving for that expanse, then that person just goes sort of back into the middle, or they hold their place. But if more of us were like over this side, or this side of the circle was saying, yeah, I think we do need to do that, and then the other person agrees, and you start a conversation, all of a sudden there's piercings in the circle that say, you know, we want this change for the better. And it is actually for love that we're doing it. We don't want things to stay like we're talking about the same things, doing the same solutions. We've got ideas, you know. You can even look at it across the pond, around the world, as we're doing now with the internet, sharing ideas and expanding. So this is all of us in the whole and raising the vibration. And obviously that doesn't happen so in unison like the whole of us, because we're 8 billion with unique souls and amazing ways of sharing ourselves, which is the force of love. So you can see how important it is not to allow ourselves to stay in lower vibrations, recognize we're actually allowing it, and breaking out. And it is through the power of love. It is through learning to put 2 feet on the ground that says, this is me. I am a power source of love for this world. And when you start to do that, you want everyone, you want to see the difference between them acting from the same and ego and systematic ceilings that we all operate the same, and into let's do more to do with what we uniquely offer as a love foundation on this planet, in this environment, for this group of people, for this cause, for this happening. We want change there, you know, more of this flow. Okay. I think I got to the point there where we're doing this because we're not human egos. We're not human stay the same. The egg can go. If we remind ourselves of that often, am I in my egg? It can go. Or my egg is great. I love my egg. You know, it's a part of who I am. But I also have to drop down the doors of it, step out, and then, you know, it's kind of like that in your life, out in the world, and then you come back home to yourself. You've got to take care of yourself, don't you? So this is part of the person you're taking care of. But it's just one part of it. It's like you got to cross boundaries of it as well. God bless everyone. Just hit the 20th minute. I feel like that topic was hit pretty well. Take care, and yeah, open up that ego. Show the world what more. Bye for now.